Welcome to Altair Engineering Training and Support. I am Apur Bapat. Today in this video I am going to discuss about the Solid Thinking Inspire 9.5 training series. The training series schedule is as follows. We have covered session 1 in which I have discussed how to apply for the license of STInspire 9.5. In session 2 I have discussed how to download and install the STInspire 9.5 software. Then in session 3 I have shown you how to activate the license of STInspire 9.5. Then in session 4 I have shown you some of the basic operations of SolidThinking Inspire 9.5. Today is the session 5 where I am going to discuss about the modeling operations of SolidThinking Inspire 9.5, and please go through the later on sessions to know about the optimization operations of SolidThinking Inspire 9.5, and tutorials will discuss in session 7 to 14. So let's start with the modeling session. In this session I am going to discuss about sketching, in which I will show you the options of lines, rectangles, circles, arc, sketching constraints, trimming and breaking. Then push-pull faces, Boolean options, snapping tools, part instances and collision detect. So let's start our session with opening the GUI of SolidThinking Inspire. To open the SolidThinking Inspire, go to Start, All Programs, HyperWorks Student Edition, SolidThinking 9.5 Inspire. Once you click there, it will start STInspire 9.5. So this is the GUI. Today in this session, I am going to show you about the lines, rectangles, circles, arc, trim, break, push-pull, Boolean. These options we will see how to use these options, what are the different icons available here. So let's start with, SolidThinking Inspire has a number of simple modeling tools for creating and modifying geometry. Sketch tools enable you to create lines and arcs on the faces of the part or on the sketch planes. You can also cut two or more sketch curves at a point of intersection using trim and break tools. So I'll show you the basic options here. Like you can create a box, you can push pull it, then you can create one more box in this, extrude it, you can have the circle, you can create a hole, you can remove it, so these are the options. You can do it in STInspire. So we will see one by one all the options available in STInspire. So sketching tools are used to build or modify parts by drawing sketch curves. A curve is a wire entity such as a line, rectangle, circle or arc. Closed loops of curve automatically generate faces that can be pulled into solids when you exit sketching mode. Sketching curves on an existing face breaks the face into subfaces. These can be extruded into solid material by pulling outward into the push pull tool, or turn into the hole by pushing inward. Open push pull uh, Open curves that cut across the edge of a face can also be pushed or pulled either to create new geometries or to carve away existing material. So we will see some of the options like lines, rectangles, circles and arc. So now we will see some of these sketching options, like once you click it you can see 4 or 5 options here. So I'll explain you what are these icons for. So the first icon is sketch on a new part. So this allows you to create a new part before you start sketching. Any existing sketch curve will be imprinted onto the current part before the new one is created. Now the second one is move current sketch to a new part. This allows you to retroactively move your current sketch to a new part. Then the third option, that is duplicate reference geometry. This allows you to create sketch curves from the reference geometry. Now the fourth option is create sketch planes. This allows you to create a new sketch plane by selecting new faces. And the last but not the least is the sketching options, will allow you to modify your grid and snap setting. So while sketching, you can apply geometric relationships such as tangency and perpendicularity to lines, arc and circles using sketch constraints. As you sketch, Inspire automatically apply many sketch constraints for you. This behavior can be disabled by using preference window, which can also be used to modify the default angle measures for certain constraints. So when you are finished sketching, right click to exit the active sketch tools. At the point you will still in sketch mode and may either select another sketch tool, click on sketch curve to edit it, on right click a second time to exit sketch mode entirely. When you exit sketch mode, the push pull tool is automatically activated so that you can immediately push or pull your sketch into a solid. So this is the sketch plane. The first thing is the sketch plane. So I'll show you the sketch plane. So I'll click on create new. So it will create a new part. We will create a circle with the center. Right click it. So again, without exiting, we will create one more circle. Right click and right click. So one part I can push forward, the other part I can push back. So you can see this. This is a different part, this is a different part. So in this way you can edit it. So this is the sketch plane which is on the face. Now we will move to the next. In the next, I'll show you to create a new sketch. To create a new sketch, you can select any of the one option. It will have the sketch plane. You can change the direction. It's, as you can see, this is X, Y. So if I want to change, just click on this. So select any one. You can just right click and you can change the, just click on this direction. This will help you to change the axis of the plane. So if you want to create any sketch on any particular plane, you can change the axis at the global. You can see I'm just clicking on it and it's changing the axis. So you can change the plane on which you want to create it. So in this way you can keep on changing and create a new. So earlier I have created in the YZ plane, so you can create it in the other plane. So in this way you can create in the other plane, in which whatever plane you want. So now I will show you the first option, that is line. So in this we'll start with points. So with this option you can create the points on the grid. Once you finalize the points, you can just left click, it will get created. So just then right click, it will get finalized. Now if you want to move some point, you can move it on the grid, as you can see here. If I want to move this point, so I can move it in the grid wherever I want. I can move it like this. Just left click and drag the point, so it will get moved. So in this way you can move these points. And again once you right click, it will get finalized. So this is again the right click. Now it's finalized. So these are the final points. Then the line between 2 points. So from one point to another, this is the line. One point to another. If you want some particular distance like 150 mm I want, you can also have. 20 mm you want, you have. Right click, you can also change the distance from here, the direction from here. You can just move this point. You can also move this point also. So before, just right click once to edit these points. If you right click twice, you cannot move this. So the parallel line can be moved parallelly. You cannot move it diagonally, it's a constraints. So in this way you can move it. So once you again right click, it will get finalized, as you can see. So this is the final line. Now the polyline, which is the continuous line. So you can have a continuous closed loop with this. You can also change the distance of any one line. Like say if I want to 75, so this will be a bit smaller. If I right click, I can again change the dimension. One more shape I will show you. So I can change the shape as I want. So if it's not parallel, you can change the shape as you want. You can also make it parallel. Once it's become the parallel, it will. So if you have drawn it parallelly, so it will move it according to that. You can see you cannot move it like anything here, but here you can move it like as you want. So each and every point is free to move in angles also. So if you draw parallel lines, it will move parallelly. If you draw angular lines, it will move angular way. Now let's move to the another tool, which is the rectangles. So in rectangles we have three options. First is rectangles by corner, then rectangles with by the 3 points, and rectangles by center and corner. So we will go one by one. Rectangles with corner. So you can create a rectangles with the 2 corners. Let's say if I want 100 by 100, so 100. Here also 100, and I don't find it good, so I will keep on changing it. So now I can change this. You can see I can change it as if I want. These are the parallel lines. You can also move the lines up and down. Say 100. 100. So this becomes 100 by 100 again. So just click on the line. You can have it as you want it. Again, right click to exit. So this will become a face. Now rectangles using 3 points. So point 1, point 2 and point 3. So again, if you want this to be 50 by 50, this 50, 50 by 50. If you want to move it, you can move it with the same way as in the first option. So this becomes 30 by 30. So you can change it by changing the node. So you can also have it upside down, whatever edge you select. Then the next one is rectangle with center and corner. So center, if you drag it till the corner, you can also change it here by changing the dimensions. Right click will help you to change the dimensions also the same way. So these are the options available in right triangles. So now let's move to the third option, which is the circles. So in circles we have three options. First is circle by 2 point, circle by 3 point, and circle by center and a point. So we'll start with the circle with by 2 points. So point number 1, point number 2, you can rotate it here. This is the dia. If you want it 50 dia, you can move it. So right click. You can also change the dia. Once the circle is done, then you can also move the circle also. So again, if you want 25, so it becomes 25, and if you want to move it or increase the dia, you can increase this afterward also. Then circle with 3 points. So point number 1, point number 2, and you can have a point number 3. Again with the dia, let's say 20, you can move the same way. The third point, you can change the dia or you can change the circle. So in this way you can change it. Then circle with center. This is the center. It will go, whatever you change, it will go around the center. You can have 75 as the dia, whatever dia you want, and also you can change the dimension. You can also change the center, reduce the dimension. So these are the options which you can do, and you can use these options. So in this way you can have like circular surfaces. So now let's move to the next tool, which is the arc tool. In arc tool we have three options, like arc by 3 points, arc by center and ends, and arc by the tangent to end. So we'll start with arc by 3 points. So the first point, second point, and the third point. This will create an arc. You can change the radius, say 20. You can change the degree also. Let's say 180. So it will change the degree. If you want to change the length of this arc, you can do that also. You can move that particular arc to wherever you want. So in this way you can reduce or increase the arc. Now arc by the center. So let's say this is the center, length, and draw it. You can fix the degree, you can fix the size. If you want smaller or bigger, you can do that. If you want to move it, you can move it like this also. Or you can change the angles manually too. So we'll make it 270 positive. So this is the negative angle and this becomes the positive angle. You can change the length of the arc also to 10 to 25. You can keep on changing the length of the arc. Then the next is arc with the tangent. For that I want a tangent. So let's have this as the tangent. And then arc with the tangent. So this end starts and goes till this. If I want to move, I can move this, or else I can move like this also. This is the end point. So you can do as many edits as you want. So also you can change the length. You can move the direction. You can also change the angle. Let's say I want minus 125 degree. So the arc will go to opposite end. And if I want to increase it, I can increase it. So these are the edits you can do. So this is the third option in which you can edit the arc and the other options. So now let's talk about some sketch constraints. So I'll have the new file. So we'll see about the sketch constraints. When sketching, you can apply geometric relationships such as tangency, perpendicularity, etc. to lines, rectangles, circles, and arc using the sketch constraints. As you sketch, Inspire automatically applies many constraints for you. For instance, if you draw a line that is nearly horizontal, a horizontal constraint will be created on that line automatically, making it precisely horizontal for you. When you modify a sketch, the constraint ensure that the intended relationship between the sketch entities remain intact. We will see that. Rectangle having 2 points. So these are the parallel constraints. You can see perpendicular constraints, parallel constraints, the parallel constraints. Then if I want to have a line, and a arc. So this is the tangential constraints having the same tangents. Then if I want to have a circle, centroidal constraints, so it will be in the center automatically. Also, let's create one more like this. So now if you select these two and activate the parallel constraints, so this will be parallel, as you can see. Similarly, these two, if you want it parallel, so this will become also the parallel. It automatically shifts. You can see that. So these are the parallels. It will move in the parallel. It's fixed to the parallel, so wherever you change, it will change parallelly here also. So this will also you can make parallel, so it will not change the dimension, it will always move to parallel. So it's fixed to this, fixed to this. So you can apply these types of constraints. Also, if I create a line like this, let's say have a geometry something like this, and you can see that I can move these two lines. But what if I make it fixed? So this line is fixed now. So whatever I move, I can only move this line along this side. This is fixed. So you can also apply the fixed constraints. So as you can see, its arrow has come as fixed. So if you untick it, again you can move this line to any direction. Now it's not fixed. So you can fix or unfix it. Parallel, horizontal, these are also the constraints. Now let's have a line from this end to this end, and make this and this make this and this on a tangent constraint. So this will become a tangent to this. So in this way you can apply the sketch constraints on STInspire. We will have one more circle here, one more here. So this and this concentric. So this will become concentric. So you have to just, again I will show you how you can do it. Create a circle, create one more circle, let's say smaller. Just right click anywhere, control left click, select both the circles, right click on any one, just click on concentric, so they will become the concentric. Now you can move both the circles. So if I want to increase or decrease any one, you can increase or decrease any one. So these are the sketch constraints which you can apply. So parallel, vertical, horizontal, and some more, the perpendicular constraints also. So I'll show you that. So let's create one line, another line, right click, control left click, select both the lines, parallel constraints. So these will become parallel. Perpendicular constraints. So this will become perpendicular. So you can move it. You can move this line. Like this. Control perpendicular. So now they will become the perpendicular lines. Control both the lines, control left click, parallel. So they will become parallel. So you can now move one line to the, but these are, if you click on one, make your mouse in one, so you can see the parallel constraint symbol is there. The double line parallel constraints symbol is there. So in this way you can create a parallel constraints. You can also make this line horizontal to vertical, so both the lines will go to vertical or horizontal. So in this way you can edit these changes. Now let's move to the next, that is trim and breaks. I'll click new. So let's create a box with a center. First let's have this box, then to split line, like from here to here, then here to here. I'll make it arbitrary. Now I'll show you the trim option. with the trim you can just left click to remove this. You can just remove the intersection points, you can remove. Again right click, and once it's right click you can edit it as you want. So if you want this like this, you can edit it. So in this way, or change the rules. So once you change the rule like this, you can change the shape also. So change the rule, and then you can change the settings. So this will help you to update the settings. So in this way, trim can be used. Now I will show you break. How to break option will you can use break option. So let's have a circle. It's easy to show here. So I will have the circle. Again, we'll have the split lines. One split line, two, and let's use a break option. Here you will find a break option. Select the edge you want to break. I will break this. Right click. So this has been break. So you can remove it. So once you remove, this is a different part. It will be a separate part from the actual geometry. So what it is, break means break will divide one component into two, but trim will remove that component or remove that line or remove that intersection. So if you use trim, so you can remove these sections like this. But when you use break, you cannot once you use break you can move that part. So if I use break this and right click, I'll break it. So break into a different component. So you can use break to break the components into break the lines into some different segments, and trim to remove it. So these are the trimming and breaking options available in STInspire. Now let's move to the next option, that is push pull. So I will click new. Don't save this. I don't want to save it. If you want to save it, save it. It's good to have the saved files. So the push pull faces tools is used to push or pull flat or cylindrical faces created with the sketching tools. It can be used to extrude solid from faces, create a resize holes, modify or eliminate rounds, and modify wall thickness. This tool is useful for defeaturing a part to make it suitable as a design space for optimization. Pushing and pulling without snap. As you push or pull face, a ruler appears showing how far the face has been pushed or pulled. If you have snap enabled in the preference window, so edit preference. Here we will see the snap enability, snap to grid. If it's enabled, you can see this. If it's not enabled, you cannot see it. So you have to make sure that it has to be ticked, otherwise you will not see. Then as you push or pull a face, it will automatically snap to snap point as you pass over them with the mouse. Pulling face with rounds. When you pull a face that has round adjacent to it, the rounds are moved with the face. Sometimes complex rounds and blends will prevent a face from moving because they can't be constrained at the desired position in the face is moved. If you don't care about the retaining the rounds, you can often free up a struck face by pulling out the rounds with the push-pull face tools until it becomes a sharp corner. So let's start with first to extrude a solid from a sketch. So let's create a sketch first. So this is my sketch. Right click to make it final. Right click to make it a surface. Just center mouse button, rotate it and pull it. I can create one more. Right click in this face, from this center, one more hole, right click, finalize, right click, surface, and pull it again. So this is the bar. If I want 25, so it's a 25. If I want to make it a separate part, I can make it a separate part. I can also push pull this without any issue. So I can push pull the faces. So you can push and pull the faces to change the shape of the object. Now finalize. Again right click, just move it a little. Now we will see how to create a hole in a part. So if I want to create a hole, circle with any one option, create a circle, right click, finalize, right click to get into the surface, and drag it backward, or just rotate it a bit, drag it back. This way you can put a hole on the model, right click to finalize. To change the diameter, now we will see how to change the diameter of the hole. So to change the diameter, push pull face, just click on push pull face, select the cylindrical part of the hole, click there, and you can change the diameter. You want big, you can make the specific one. So in this way you can change the diameter of the circle anytime you want. Now we will see to change the radius of simple cylindricals. So if you want to change the curvature, then also you can do it. So what I will do is I will create one for you. Okay, just right click. So what I will do is create some lines from here to here. Similarly, from here to here. Right click, from this to this, and move it something like this. So I got a new part, as you can see here, the curved part. Push pull face will allow me to change the dimension of this too. If I want to change it, I can remove it also. So you can change the dimensions of curved parts, the radius. If I take out this, it will be fixed. So you can change it like this. So it's becoming flatter. As you can see, this becoming flat instead of curve. Shift and left mouse button, sorry, right mouse button, you can flat it down. So this is becoming flatter and flatter. Or again, push pull the face. So in this way you can use the push pull command to change the shape of the component. These are very helpful to edit the geometry very quickly. They don't require much of the experience or efforts to edit the geometry. So in this way we have ended with the push pull command. Now let's move to the next. So now we will see the Boolean options. So I'll click on new, don't save. So to show these options, I will create one rectangle, let's say, okay, or a bigger rectangle, let's say a bigger one. 50 by 100. So we'll have a 50 by 100. Right click, finalize, turn the model, extrude it a little. Yeah, it's fine, good. Again, right click, so it's finalized. My box is finalized. So what I'll do is I will have some circular joints here. Let's have two circular points. So this will have one, this one, with a new part. So create a new, create new. So what I will do is I will have a part here. Then again create new circle here. So I have 3-4 parts. So I will rotate, finalize, and extrude it to this. This will I will extrude it to this end. So now if I click on this, 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 different parts. So what I'll do is first let's check with the addition or combine. So select part 1, part 2, part 3 and just click on combine the arrow, play arrow. This becomes the one part. It's very simple. Again we have 3 different parts, part 1, part 2, part 3. Now if you want to subtract the extracted part, so click on subtract, keep the which part you want to keep. So I will keep this, and which part you want to remove, so I will remove this and this, and just click play. So you can see the pipes which we have extruded, it has removed those pipe areas. Then we will see the last option, that is intersecting parts, the reverse of subtract. So I will select this option and this one and this one, and just click paste. So you can see it will keep only this. If you want in keep, make this keep. So this will keep, or what you can do is keep this one. So first select this, then select this and this. Remove it. So Boolean options, this option, and select the other, which one you have to keep, and say play. So this is the intersecting one part, this is the intersecting 2 different parts. So in this way you can use the Boolean option to subtract, add and intersect the parts. So these are the ways to handle it. You can undo that also. Okay, so now the last point of today's session is collision detect. For that I will have a model for me. Let's create a box. Make it Boolean, then a circle, and this face with new part, this. So why I have created it, as you can see, these are the 2 different parts, part 1, part 2. Okay, so what I will do is I will turn on the collision detect of both the parts. So what it will do, if I move this part, it will not go inside it, as you can see this. So it's colliding. If it's colliding, it will not intersect between. But if I turn off it, for both the parts, if I turn off, so it can pass through it, as you can see. So collision detect is very important, depending on your model type or your component, whether you want the part to intersect between each other or if you don't want the parts to intersect between each other. So you have to decide whether you want the parts to collide or you don't want the parts to collide. So today we have discussed about how to create the lines, rectangles, circles, arcs, how to use trim and break, push, pull, boolean. Now in the next session, I will show you the shape controls, load, displacement, optimization, and material also. Thank you for attending or watching this video. Thank you very much. Have a great day ahead.